It's time to go pro.
Let's make it so.
Hey everybody, it's Scott and Walker at Full Spectrum Laser, and welcome to Laser Talk Live.
It's good to be here.
Yeah, well, last week we talked about the hardware of the Pro Series, right? The new Pro Series.
The new Pro Series, the new era of Pro Series,
Yeah,
actually.
that's how we're saying it.
So this is sort of part two. We're going to talk about the software a little bit more.
Yeah.
And we're going to look a little bit at the touchscreen.
Yeah, we've had some people online talk about the differences between RE1 and RE2, and I really wanted to, well, RE3, and I really wanted to go over the differences and why one is good and why one is still good.
So we'll do a little reverse history and stuff.
Yeah.
But first, let's just recap real quick what we talked about last week. The big news here is the new Pro Series line, right?
Yes, the new Pro Series,
So-
all the way through. We got
Right.
the new 20 by
So
12,
the same size machines, but we've got
Yeah.
some big upgrades. We still have the 20 by 12.
and all the way up to the 48, and those are all going to be the P Series, and we're going to call those by the PS48, the largest number of those machines.
So there's some new designations to differentiate those that have the touchscreen and the new software.
Yes, just make it easier for people.
So some of the great, just sort of broad features of the new touchscreen and new software. The touchscreen. Why don't we go ahead and bring up that touchscreen and we'll talk about it while we look
Yeah.
at the actual touchscreen. So there it is, how it kind of looks on your machine. It's very pretty and stuff. And let's close up real quick and take just a look at just the features of it. That is a beautiful looking thing right there.
Yeah, that's an 8-inch LCD screen and touch screen. And what's really great about this, compared to the old Pros, is that all your options are right there. You can open every different icon, jog from there. You can make the jog fast or slow, clicking that little guy in the middle. He'll have a run, and then he has a jog, a slower jog.
There's no modes to go shuffling through now. It's all right there at your fingertips.
The old touch panel, what I have at home, is that you have to go through, if you need to align your machine, you go to alignment. And that's in your menus, and you'll click over, and sometimes you over-click, then you have to go back through and loop, back to that alignment mode. This is all right here.
So what else does this thing do? It's good for aligning your laser. You've got the test fire for alignments and stuff like that, so you can do it all pretty much right here off the touch
All
screen.
from there. You have your Z, that's pretty cool too, is your Z is right there as well.
Tell people who don't know what the Z is.
So your Z axis is right there. You can go up and down,
Up and down.
on your Z table. And this is exclusive for the Pros because the Muse doesn't have a Z table.
Right, but it
So-
does have the riser that you can get.
Yes, and this does have that little guy in the middle that has the running or the slower mode. You can do that for your Z as well. I think that's cool. They tie in together, so you can have a fast Z or slow Z, like the old options, but it's just all right there. And the autofocus is right there as well.
So it's got a couple other buttons there. You can go and look at your job histories, right?
Yeah, and you can run jobs straight from that touchscreen, old jobs. So it will have your history right there, and you can just click it and hit play again.
And those jobs will save your settings and the job as well. So if you
Yes.
do a job you do all the time, you don't have to reset the settings for it or anything like that. It's just ready to go.
No, you can have your computer away.
Really fast.
And that's a huge thing, especially having your computer away, because now you can go wireless.
And you do that. We'll show them that in just here in a minute.
Just in a minute.
And then the other thing is the.
We
we
got
got a hi?
some
Hello?
highs. Tom Sherwood.
Oh.
Hello, Tom.
Hey Tom, glad to have you.
Yeah.
The other thing that it does really well is the connections, right? So you've got.
Yes.
So there's 3 ways you can connect now with the Pro Series.
Yeah, you have your wireless, and you can throw a hotspot directly from the machine, or directly connect like the old machines.
Like the old machines. That
And that's-
hotspot feature is really cool.
That is really cool, and I always just hard connect, which is really nice, just because it is so instant. But going straight to your, as long as you're on the same network, it's fine. So
Right.
we're on the same network as the 48 right now, and we're wirelessly connected to it.
All right.
All right.
Oh, we got to turn on the remote because we're going to take a look at RE3, the software here. Also want to say a couple things about the new Pros. You still have the Pro 24, which has the 90-watt laser tube. Great value if you want to go up from a 45 watt to a 90-watt machine. That 24 can take a 90-watt machine, and you can start doing really You can do a 1/2 inch thick wood and acrylic as a 1/4 inch.
I would say pro level projects.
Pro level projects. I like that a lot.
So let's go into the software.
Let's take a look at a picture of
Oh.
Walker. Hang on. We'll start with the software.
We'll start
anyway,
with the software.
you're connecting. The point was
Yeah.
you're connecting to the 48 switches about 150 feet away from us here.
Yeah, it's a bit a ways away, but it's on the same network, and I'm wirelessly connected to it. And I can. What's really cool is sit in my office. I can go set up a job, like say I'll put my material in, focus it, and then go back to my office and hit play.
Of course, you always want to monitor your job.
Always have your fire extinguisher that's been checked.
That's when you got your
regularly.
helper in there watching it.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, always keep an eye on your machine. It's a good feature. Do your designs, but always, start your machine with you watching.
Yes. Always just watch the whole job.
So this is the RE3 software. And
Yeah, and you'll
isn't
see it
beautiful?
looks a lot different from RE1. And if you don't know that, we'll show you a little bit. But I'm just going to go through a workflow,
Okay,
like a
this
normal
is the Walker
workflow.
workflow.
This is what I do just because I think it's fastest. So I'll have it open, it's connected, and I'm just going to minimize the actual window. And I will grab my PDF. I always save PDFs because they load really nicely on here. You can still do SVGs, AI files, all that kind of stuff, but PDFs is its native form and it has no issues really.
Most programs will convert to PDF.
Yeah.
And then you can either drag and drop it or use our print driver to get it there.
Yeah, you can still use the print driver like the old software as well, which is a great option because it just shows up like a printer.
Yeah.
So what I do is drag and drop the PDF.
Is this a Walker original or is this something you grabbed off the internet?
This file is called The Most Handsome Monkey.
I know what this one is.
So let's zoom into this file so they know what
There
we're
he is.
talking about. Yeah.
It's the hair, I think.
Yeah, I think so. So The Most Handsome Monkey, that was from our Barrel Monkey projects.
Right.
But it's cool because it's going to break it down in RE3 as a raster, an engraving, and a vector. And this file has vector, two vector colors that you can switch the power settings for. Now you can do that in RE1 as well, but you're limited to 7 colors. RE3, you have, I think, 21 now. So that's a big difference right there.
For much more complex jobs that you can do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've ever used more than 5 colors.
Right.
So.
But we have seen some things that, that other people have done that look like they might have. So.
Yeah, definitely. There was a crazy Mario map that some guy made.
Oh,
It had
right.
so many layers and colors, it took forever to load, like on the fastest setup ever. So there are
So this is going
files
to cut
out
out the piece, and it's going to do the engraving details inside.
Yeah, this is vector marking. And we'll zoom in, and I'll show you the huge benefit of RE3 versus RE1, which is manipulation of the vectors. It's the design mode.
So that's new for RE3 there. For pro users, that's going to be something new they're going to have to get to play with.
Yeah. So I'm just going to go ahead on this left side and delete. Whoops, I deleted the whole project.
Bring them back. Uh-oh, now it'll take you a whole 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Alrighty, so go here. I'll just select that individual bitmap data, and I'll delete that. I don't want to use that right now, but I do want to manipulate the actual vector.
Okay.
So I'll just double-click that, and now you can see that.
So now it has muscles.
Yeah, he has muscles, which is more realistic at this point. We're going to make him have huge muscles. So that is a huge benefit. RE1 didn't have that. You
Right.
couldn't, it didn't have a design mode that, with that much functionality.
The client said, I need muscles on the monkey. You would have
Yeah.
to go back into your design software and add the muscles and then import it again.
Yes, and I'd like to add that that's not a big deal if you're, like say you only use Illustrator,
Right.
and you don't want to learn how to use RE3. Then RE3 is not that big of a deal for you. But if you're just learning graphic design or you don't have your own design software, this is perfect. And if you have a Mac. So if you have a Mac, you can run RE3 very easily. Not the same for RE1.
We have Jeanette.
Jeanette says hello.
Hello.
She says she has to watch later. She's out shopping.
Oh, okay. Well, she'll see
Well,
us
thank you
saying-
for
she'll
tuning
see-
in.
See us saying hi anyway.
I need
so.
groceries. So.
Everybody needs groceries. All right, so
So-
Muscle Monkey here.
We got Muscle Monkey, most handsome Muscle Monkey. And there's just so many options, like we could go over this for a long time. You can group objects.
So we have a
You
bunch
can-
of tutorial videos too.
Yes.
If we don't cover something, we'll put the links there, and I'll put it in the blogs this week too.
Yeah, and a huge thing is copy and paste, I think. As a, somebody with graphic background, copy and paste is huge. So you just, Control C, Control V, and it will all be there. So it's a whole design software, and that's the biggest thing internally about this. Otherwise, it's still controlling your laser just like RE1.
Right. But now it's on PC, and we'll mention again Mac and Linux.
Yeah.
You can even use your Chromebook and your iPad now for this,
Yeah.
for RE3. That's pretty sharp.
It is cool. But again, if you don't need something fancy, it is a pro machine. It's made for money and production. So RE1's just perfect. I still have RE1. I still love it. It's very simple. It just gets the job done. Especially because I use a third-party design software that I'm used to.
So you want to show people who have RE1 what or who don't have it, what it looks like, and
Yeah.
I mean, you've been using it for years. I think, as far as our development time, this is a software that's robust. It's nearly bug-free.
It's been, developed for 7 years
Yeah.
now. It's been the same software that we've updated consistently over and over and over again. So it's a good software.
It works every time.
Yeah, and I would say one thing, it looks a little more outdated.
Right.
But
well, it's 7 years old, but yeah.
function-wise, it's still the exact same thing.
Except for the design stuff that you have.
Yeah, the design stuff and using Mac or Linux. That's about it. If you don't fall in that category, then it really doesn't matter. It's still controlling your laser just the same.
Let's go ahead and take a look at your workflow. You're going to do the same most handsome monkey with muscles?
Yeah, I'll do handsome monkey. And what I do, I use Inkscape. I'll just use the print driver. So this same print driver is there for RE3 too if you like that workflow. So I'll just go File, Print, select the full spectrum engineering driver, hit Print, and then we'll watch it come up
And
magically.
yeah, and it's very fast again.
Yeah, this is you download this, so
Right.
it's living on your computer.
Right,
It's
that's a difference also.
Yeah.
It's not browser-based. This is something that you download.
Yes, and so it will be a little faster, but you won't see a huge difference. You saw it was just about the same, really. So same exact thing, except I cannot manipulate these anchor points in
Right.
the vector
You can't grow the muscles. You have
Can't,
to bring
no.
in the muscles.
from another software, yes. But I can change the color very easily. So let's say that red outline didn't cut. It didn't cut at all. I'm going to have to run another pass, but I don't want to run another pass on the yellow.
Right.
What I'm going to
Yellow's perfect. You just need it to cut through.
Yeah, so I'm just going to change that to blue and then go back to my power settings over here on the right. And you still have the order that you can cut and the speed.
So you're doing the vector cut last, and
Yeah, the vector mark first, cut last.
yes.
So the order is here. You just do that rather than in RE3. If we toggle back real quick, you would just, select this guy and, whoops, connection issue. Anyways, you select that guy and throw it back.
So with your experience with RE1 and RE3, you find that your workflow is still pretty fast with RE1, I suppose, because you're so used to it.
Yeah, to me, I just see it as the middleman getting from my design to the laser. And really, when it comes to my designs, it's just power settings. And that's exactly the same, power and speed.
All right.
Always is for vector cutting. And you'll notice that your raster and your vector, so your engraving and your cut, are on different tabs. Rather than internal tabs on one file, it's 2 different tabs. But still very the same. I hear some people complaining, oh, RE3 is coming out, but I don't, I have an old machine. And I really don't, to me, that's not a big deal. I love RE1.
Yeah, it's like we said, it's been developed for a long time. You're gonna have very few issues with
Yeah.
RE1. It's been QA tested for years and all the new features and stuff.
So you're really not missing out. If you want the output's what really matters. You're not really missing out unless you are a Mac guy and you love Mac,
Right.
or you don't know any design softwares and you want to learn internally on RE3.
Or if you're buying a new Pro machine, you might as well learn the newest software that we're going to be developing going forward. So, you know, it's good to go there if you're going to buy a new machine. But you just, if you've been rolling on your Pro 48 or 36, I mean, you're going to keep rolling that software. It's still going to be available for you. You can call customer support. We'll still
it's still supported.
Yeah.
It's all still supported and it's still getting the job.
It's so great. We get very few calls about RE1 now because it's so well done.
It's solid.
So I got
a question from Cynthia. So there won't come a day when we have to switch to RE3. Cynthia, no, you don't have to switch to RE3. RE1 will always be supported. I think it's Full Spectrum's baby, right? Like that is been developed for so long. So don't worry about it. You won't ever have to switch. You could get that upgrade if you wanted to, but there's no reason not to, unless you're that Mac guy.
So we have another question coming from Kim in Des Moines, Idaho, saying, how much experience in design software is required to use Retina Engrave? Are there projects I can do with zero design experience?
Yeah. I mean, there's free project every week from us, and there's so many free projects online. If you just look up free laser cut projects on Thingiverse, or just Google, you'll find a lot of cool ones.
You can just Google an image description, and you can put silhouette, and it'll automatically come in black and white.
When I first started, I would just look up black and white silhouette images, and then I would just auto trace them and then cut that.
And remember, you can, for your own personal use, you can use anything you find on the internet.
Yes.
If you're going to sell products, you have to be a bit more careful about trademarks and IPs and things like that, IP laws. But in general, if you're just looking to make stuff for yourself,
your family,
and if you're going to go into business for yourself, you know, it's time to learn some design stuff. But you can just take designs and manipulate them and stuff like that, and you know, you don't have to necessarily start from scratch.
No.
Good question. Another question, Tice in Westland, Oregon. Oh, that's where my brother lives. I want to teach a laser cutting class at my community center and would like to know how many downloads of RE3 I can use for free so each student has a copy. So she's got a classroom, I think she's got her laptop, and she wants to know how many other laptops in the room so the students can see the programming too.
So what's cool about RE3 is all the students can watch what's going on RE3. They can have it open, they can connect to the IP address.
Don't have to download anything.
You don't need internet either. So you just need to be on the browser and punch that IP address in. Everybody can visually see what's going on.
And they can watch the teacher screen, and the teacher can actually scroll. You can store the different projects each student does.
Yeah, you can have multiple layers of projects.
So imagine the teacher going through those layers, grading or giving commentary on all the other designs that the other students have put in there.
Or she could ask a simple, like, teaching a class about graphic design, make me a simple vector square, just to know, so the kids know what a vector is. She can go through all those ones, and then she could literally hit play and see if they work, or if it starts, you know, I don't know, you can do a lot with it.
That's pretty great. I like that a lot. Okay, we got another question from Richard and Reno, our brothers and sisters up north. I have a Pro 36 by 24, so he's using the old naming naming, so now that would be the Pro 36.
The PS 36.
Yes, the PS 36, thank you. I have been using the software for over 2 years and have no problem using it. Will I have to purchase RE3, or can I still use the old software? So that was kind of what we just
Cynthia just asked that. That's a great question.
So
you don't have to.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
Do what you like, you know, whatever you're comfortable with.
Stick with RE1. I work here, I still use it.
You still use RE1 on the 48. At home you have a 48 too.
No. Yeah. So.
Very good. So anything else you want to show on RE1? Any other features you want to call out?
It's so straightforward.
Yeah, you're already done with your workflow, right? You would just go right to printing at this point.
I've been doing it for so long, but it is so straightforward. Sometimes I feel like I'm missing something, but I'm really not. It's very straightforward.
You know what we're missing?
Huh.
The weekly contest winner. So this week, we're going to congratulate Dan Gramsey for his North Star, for his Star Wars engraving. Yay!
Yay! So it's like the Aztec calendar, kind of.
It is. That, if you look closely, there is some detail in this thing that is pretty funny at times. You got Luke and Leia facing each other romantically at the bottom of the of the picture. But
I hear they're brother and sister.
Yes.
Sorry,
but there's so many neat design things to that piece. He did that on a 6-inch round piece of 3mm birch ply.
On his hobby series.
On his hobby series.
I'm guessing that's what, like a coaster or some design?
I think it's like the Aztec calendar kind of thing. Yeah, it's some kind. It's
He didn't design
it's
that.
pretty
did
big
he?
for a coaster unless you've got some giant beer mug or something like that.
Stein, yeah.
But you need that much space to get all that detail in there. I encourage people to look at that picture closely and just look at it's pretty funny. It kind of tells a lot of little Star Wars jokes as you go around the thing. So
I've never seen the movie, so I wouldn't know.
So I think that's going to be about it for us. We want to make sure to have
Tom wants us to cut something.
Tom, watch us on
In the Cut.
In the Cut.
Yeah,
on
tomorrow
and Friday, and sometimes we do a little actual laser cutting in the inside the laser lab.
I think you and Nick are doing it this week, and you guys are.
Yeah, we switched some things around. So me and Nick will be here on Thursday for inside the laser lab for those who are missing Nick like we are.
So much.
Yes.
So we're going to do a rotary tomorrow. So if you guys want to watch a tumbler get done.
Okay, we got 2 rotors you're going to look at. We're going to look at the, you're going to do this on a Pro tomorrow?
Pro tomorrow, and then a Muse, which I don't think we've done for a while.
Right.
We're going to do the Muse on Friday.
We're going to set up the riser and do,
Yep.
That'll be fun.
It will be fun. You're helping me.
Okay, all right. Everybody make sure to go to our social media.
Yes, like, comment. Anything you guys want to share with us, please let us know if you have a specific project you want, or just anything.
Question, you want to show
Positive
off
feedback,
something?
yeah.
And while you're showing off the stuff, you might as well enter the weekly contest.
Yes, and get certified.
Absolutely. Go to Laser 101, get your free project files, get started practicing and stuff, get certified. If you get lost, you can go to our tutorials. Go ahead and read my blogs. Everybody loves the blogs.
The Scott blogs. I liked your movie one, the laser movie one.
Oh yeah, I should do more fun ones like that.
Yeah. That was a good one.
I tried to do one that was lasers and songs, but they're just
It's very minimal.
It's very minimal kind of stuff. Make sure to do our survey, right?
Yes.
And I think that's about it.
Yeah. Say hello to Megan on Facebook.
Yes.
And
until then,
keep making.
Keep making.
Hey guys, if you guys want to subscribe to the videos, it's right over here. And if you want to watch more, you can watch them over here. Thanks.